BBC Audio presents Tales from the Stave, the extraordinary stories behind classical musical manuscripts. Presented by Francis Fyfield and Clemency Burton Hill.
What a wonderful year this has been. With all the sad things in the great public life, the king's death downwards, the radiance in a poor little private man's soul has been wonderful and new, and the concerto has come.
This is music as we know it, free and elemental, apparently spontaneous, descending effortlessly from some heaven. But in these programmes, our interest lies in how the sound is translated into tangible reality. It may seem to be pure inspiration, but in order to be played, it has first to be written out. The process of creating our enchantment begins, pedantically enough, with lines on a page. And that's where our interest is focused. In Tales from the Stave, we're looking at some of the most vivid documents in the world. The manuscripts written in the composer's own hand. To discover what secrets these music scores can reveal, I met up with Chris Banks, the head of music manuscript collections at the British Library. She took me first to the Treasures Gallery, where you can see, but you can't touch.
This gallery is where the British Library stores many of its great treasures, and here in front of us we've got nearly 1,000 years worth of music. In this series we're going to concentrate on three composers, Handel, Beethoven, and in today's programme we're going to be looking at Elgar, and on exhibition in the gallery at the moment is the work which probably brought Elgar to fame in this country, his Enigma Variations.
And this is a score of Nimrod, very, very famous piece, but that's not the piece of music we're going to look at, is it?
No, today we're going to be looking at his violin concerto.
Which is perhaps less famous, but equally beautiful and more romantic.
An intensely personal work.
I know a lot about words, most of all, and documents, but nothing about how music is written. So to unlock the mysteries, to see what tales hang from these staves, I was joined by three experts: Michael Kennedy, Elgar's biographer, the virtuoso violinist Tasmin Little, and the handwriting analyst Ruth Rostron. Chris Banks led us all backstage like a team of conspirators into a quiet basement room, and there, for our examination, was the massive autograph orchestral score of Elgar's violin concerto, looking for all the world like a town hall ledger of births, marriages and deaths.
It's probably about 14-15 inches high. It is a great big fat red bound volume. So yes, I mean it could very easily be a ledger.
And this rather thick, heavy-duty paper.
Yes, I mean you can almost, well you can hear it creak as we actually turn the pages.
I have no news, except that I'm appalled at the last movement, and cannot get on. It is growing so large, too large, I fear, and I have headaches. I go on working and making it all as good as I can, for the owner.
The layout of the score is fairly standard, with the woodwind at the top and the strings at the bottom, and of course the violin solo written in as well. It's in Elgar's very big, chunky, but fairly legible handwriting. We can see small pencil numbers, we can see small blue strokes. We can also see different handwritings in the music itself. And this tells us an awful lot about how this document was actually put together. Elgar was in a bit of a rush at this stage in composing the work, and he got the help of some people with the preparation of the full score. I mean, if you can just think, the process of writing out all these instrumental parts is a pretty labour-intensive one to start with. Already in his mind, he's fixed the solo violin part, and indeed that survives in Elgar's piano and violin draft. And so he has somebody actually copy out the violin part for the first movement. The second movement, the solo violin part, is in Elgar's hand, and by the time he gets to the third movement,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?